be a big challenge for Vision Strikers. They started it out easy up against Paper X, but now they face Acend. A matchup, no doubt, we'll remember. And Buzz is already starting it off, kicking it off with a push straight down A long and an opening duel. Vision Strikers with a 4-man stack on this A side, putting a lot of pressure on that Killjoy to hold down C, Garage, and B all by herself.
Yeah, and they're not stopping. They're going to continue the push all the way through. cNed in for a nasty surprise, and he's already removed from the round. The rest of the players on Acend are going to quickly try and switch up into B, but King has already spotted them.
Yeah, he's backing off, though, not wanting to take this fight all by his lonesome, but now they start to barrel towards Zeek, watching the flank, grabs himself one, but only one. They need to deal with King here, so they can't be split in when this plant comes through. With 50 seconds on the clock, they'll be blocked out by utility, taken down by headshots, and it's only starxo left alive to try desperately to clutch out this round. He can't even land the final shot to Buzz before the round is done. 1-0, Vision Strikers started out strong. Start with Buzz picking off cNed.
Yeah, he's one away from his Blade Storm, so even if he was to just die in this round, that would actually be alright for the next. We always talk about the fact that Jet has become a little bit more expensive to try and get all those extra pieces when it comes to the ult. Obviously now 7 ult obs instead of the previous 6, but at the same time, him doing so well in these early rounds means that he can even save some extra credits, potentially get himself an operator later, and then just play a Blade Storm in the next, which turns their kind of shaky bonus round into a truly deadly round for Acend.
Yeah, the potential here for Vision Strikers, if they survive with all 5 players of, for example, RB picking up the Marshall, Blade Storm out of Buzz, they really need to get a couple of kills and make this costly. Plant will be secured, but getting out of there is tough. Caught out by the utility from stax. He closes in the distance, playing up behind the smoke. No opportunities given away. Every single chance that Acend had was shut down until an ambitious push through the smoke by stax. He threw himself at his opponent and he ends up falling. But as we said, it's not
player even close to an ult is going to be starxo.
There's the Blade Storm pop. Buzz is going straight down mid. Still has the Marshall to play with, interestingly enough. They've gone for a little bit of extra investment around it. Now when you're Acend, avoiding that early round fight was perfect. It's exactly what they wanted. Now they need to try and find some openings. And as they come down long, King is tucked in the corner, waiting for an opportunity. There's the flash, but Zeek, full blind, still able to walk away with the kill, turning just in time.
That's an important start. As I said, this is a round we definitely expect Acend to win. Even with the ultimate currently popped for Buzz, the weaponry is firmly in their favor. And with Seekers especially, that's going to make things that little bit more difficult, because 3 of them have just gone into the A side. Sure, one of those is a rotation player, but this gives the go to Acend to head into B.
Yeah, when you look at Korean Blade Storms, they can be dangerous. Buzz is primed and ready to use this one up, sneaking into the site. First kill goes his way, but Kiles deals with him nicely. MaKo making a lot of noise. Kiles is just having a field day on this site. The weaker weapons getting practically nothing done. And what the lineup, sorry, for the other maps could be. Buzz got caught out, but luckily, he's going to be able to bail. The fault line doing work, and there's cNed taking him down. A quick swing, and it's not like Buzz to be the last of the trigger.
Yeah, no, and that is unfortunate as well. He's brought the operator into this round, so that's going to be on the deck. So if this round is stolen away, I can tell you that's going to end up in the other Jet's hand, which is definitely a little bit more of a problem. Now, RB has retrieved it. The paranoia is going to leave him completely blind as they go pushing in off the back of the Blaze. Zeke's actually killed BONECOLD. I don't think I've ever seen a kill with that before, and now RB has picked up 3. I saw RB actually start making a way in towards the sewers. Now, nothing really being found just yet. And the defenders are still unaware that there are currently 3 players looking into mid. BONECOLD waiting for a peek of Buzz. And actually, maybe a little bit confused. They're going to go for the Seekers just to try and find out where Acend are currently playing.
Okay, there's the shots ringing out, confirming there are players right outside of A long. That'll stop Vision Strikers from going for that pistol round aggression. But now Buzz is posted up. He can solo hold this side of the map. So Acend quickly make the adaptation. They're moving towards Garage, finding the opening kill. King towards the backside, gets challenged on range, taken down. You're even going to get the run it back thrown through just to confirm it. Poke them up a little bit more. Damage up stacks. At this point, Acend have it all to play with. This is a save out of Vision Strikers, in fact, as just a few seconds later, they start to run to A.
Yeah, this is what Acend have always done best, is these sort of slow rounds, give cNed a little bit of a chance to work with that operator, try and find an opening pick, and then just going for these burst plays. I think they have one of the best compositions across any map in the world to go for those exact plays. A lot of flashes, you have the few smokes you need to cover off a couple of angles, but you think of the combination of the curveball, the paranoia, the guiding light, and you can throw all of those in at once, and you just see, like, it's so difficult to get past all of them. And then you look at the ultimates that they currently have as well. When they throw those in, the run it back is basically a free life. You have the Seekers, which is free information. It becomes very, very difficult to play against, especially on the defensive side, because they don't have to just rely on cNed for opens anymore. Zeek is fantastic
reaction time
of finding those opening picks. Now,
Buzz was so quick at turning away from that flash.
High sense, maybe. Not high enough, I guess. Not able to escape from Zeek there again. Another opening for him, Mitch, and they're going into B.
They're rushing on in. King can't catch them on the cross either, but luckily... Oh, they're going to be going all the way through. Never mind. They're just rushing them down. The lockdown comes into play. They'll have to run away, and they might not all make it, but the reality is... Oh, look at that timing. Rolling Thunder committed too, and it saves the life of RB. Stax able to survive as well, and it's clean as can be on the retake. Vision Strikers just immediately have to push out to take the control. But elsewhere, MaKo is trying to seize some of his own. Buzz has gone down. A great shot by BONECOLD. Now they need MaKo to find that space, but he's spotted by the Killjoy turret. They know where he is, but he's still good for one as he fades on back. The numbers stay even for now. And with 40 seconds left, Acend need to pick it up. Moving in towards the B site, not facing the same kind of counter utility they did previously, but it's still a fake. They're just baiting them out and moving back towards this A site.
Zeek again. He's found so much space for this squad so far. He's been the difference maker in the rounds. The Acend have managed to win, but Stax quickly trades him out. And now it comes down to just these two players trying to get rid of Stax. He's going to peek into cNed, and well, not many survive that.
Oh, wow. cNed going right into King afterwards, and MaKo is left after a good early garage pick, falling back to save. Vision Strikers, they get ahead by 2, but Acend once again close in the gap. And at this point, we're getting exactly the series we were hoping for. I mean, all the boxes are being ticked. We're seeing cNed. The only thing for me is Buzz so far really hasn't been finding the success when it comes to that operator. So far, that's something that Buzz has not had an answer for.
Again, mid-control seems to be the aim of the game for Acend. RB, though, this is what I mean. They've been shutting down a lot of these early pushes, these attempts to TP across, and there's always a reaction from Acend. This time, they've already got some B control.
One down.
King, great kill on Zeek. I mean, every single avenue of approach that Acend are going for is just being shut down. One by one they peak, and one by one they fall. Vision Strikers still with the full squad left alive, playing contact on the turret. There were 2 peeking in towards Garage, and they'll do it again. A flawless round coming out of... So is cNed, because Buzz comes right out. I mean, I just heard it. Get out of my way. Bang, he's gone. Well, looks like Buzz isn't obeying him, and now they're going to do exactly what we talked about. That hard retake. They have the lockdown to play with. They just need to make sure they don't lose King up above, and he'll just be backing out now. Pop down the ulti.
This is actually going to be interesting as well, because for the side of Acend, they wanted a fight. Like, they've used so many ultimates that are meant for almost just clearing out a lot of these angles. They had the Phoenix ult as well to run it back to try and find some of these players. Now they've got nothing they can really do here other than back off. This is going to be a really hard hold from them.
They need a smoke here. They need a smoke to cross over, and it's on its way. Okay, there it is in play. The lockdown, though, going to catch them. starxo wants to go out with one last hurrah, and sure, they'll take him down, but he did damage the rest of his team, sadly, not in the same boat, with Kiles left alive all by his lonesome. They are defusing as we speak. And even though he got a headshot on RB, it's a 145. The man survives with a lick of health and up that rifle. But obviously they're not going towards long because they have those pistols. Instead, they'll look elsewhere. And it's towards Garage, it's towards C long as well. They're just running it up. MaKo needs to take a fight pretty soon. Oh, there it is. That should deter them. Kiles is left on 12 health.
Yeah, him shooting through the smoke, though, I can only see this as a bait. Like, oh yeah, I'll spam a couple of classic shots through. This is definitely all we have in the buy. Like, maybe try and bait them into a little bit more aggression, because if he's actually trying to get a kill through a smoke with a classic, he's insane.
One of the problems that you're going to face here, though, as Acend, is they wanted to split in through Garage, but they're hearing the turret, and there's a star on the floor. So the second that they step towards Garage, they'll be spotted by the turret, and you'll either have a gravitational well or a stun coming in, and you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Now, that Cloudburst still gives away that they're going to come towards here, and this is where the util usually comes in, but King just sprays away and saves the day for them. With only starxo left, chances of this round going their way, well, they were pretty low. 7-3. A deep smoke, allowing the A-long control, and a breach flash was ready to take them out into mid, but stax goes down. MaKo isn't giving up there, though. He's staying inside his own smoke. This should be a one-and-done position.
Oh, no!
Zeek has walked right past him, and MaKo even gets out of there. Absolutely ludicrous as the kills are traded back.
They've made some space, though. It's going to have to be a quick rotation, but those nano swarms are so on point. They've even got smokes to try and delay them further, and Acend have got to go back again. Luckily for them, there's a lot of time left on the clock, but with the extremities of B being held by multiple angles, the peek from MaKo may be a little bit risky. It's given them a way back into this round.
Yeah, MaKo's definitely been playing a lot more aggressive than you expect out of an Astra, but he had no stars left. Buzz flashed up on the backside. He's been spotted, but still good for a kill. The Cloudburst won't save him this time. His teammate King coming in, though, after a multitude of sick rounds out of this guy. He's good for 2 already, just about around the corner. starxo had an opportunity to isolate the 1v1, yet another, but it doesn't go his way, and now they'll look to group up and take this together after the lockdown. He's going to be forced into a fight, but he's won it, hiding on the backside with 50 health left. The time still pretty high on this one. The King has got a lot of room to play with here. There's only 2 positions he could be in, and he's rightly guessed that it's towards the backside. starxo now needs to move towards the side, and there's the kill. The Red Bull clutch. And starxo's actually got the operator here, which isn't something you all too often see. The fact that cNed is on a rifle, you're expecting him to be making some closer range, more aggressive plays. That's exactly what he's doing down on short.
55 seconds. They're actually going to TP into the back of site. I don't think they've seen him. He's still here, but they managed to kill him off anyway, and then Buzz turns around and manages to get 3 kills from it. There's a late lug from Kiles, but Mitch, it doesn't matter.
They waste all that time just waiting for this player to come up behind it. Waste isn't necessarily the right word, because they're right in doing what they did, but I've been a big fan of Vision Strikers for a long time, and I think most of us in Europe have, absolutely. They're such a fantastic team to watch play, and we saw the deep strap up this time on the attack side, though. They're going to be caught out, but maybe not. A trade back, at least making the best of a bad scenario and putting it into a man disadvantage. Vision Strikers having to fight back on that. They haven't really got anything in the way of map control to do it with.
Yeah, there was a little bit of an attempted push coming out from starxo to maybe catch them on the rotation, but I think just realizing, look, we already have the man advantage, not really any opportunities other than for them finding a pick along the way, so let's not take too many risks, let's sit back, and as I say that, cNed goes pushing deep. There is absolutely no way they expect him to be in this corner.
No, none at all. A free kill to RB, but now they can double swing in and take the trade. I liked it initially because he could dash out of there, but he committed to it fully, and at least grabbing the trade frag to keep the numbers weaker for Vision Strikers, who are still looking towards that A site. They're starting to creep up. A one-way smoke put down, though. This makes it so difficult for them to get anything done. Obviously, BONECOLD used his paranoia in the early round, but he's distracting on the site. He's making them think that he's the only one holding it down, so they don't spot that there's this guy in the corner. starxo eventually, though, does get dropped. 10 seconds on the clock. BONECOLD playing with time. He's able to get one and both. Acend
closed out fairly quickly, Mitch. Instead, looks like we might be continuing that brawl. The aftershock, I think this is troublesome for Zeek, but luckily he had a little bit of support, so they're not going to be able to shut him out just yet.
Just about able to make it away. He'll pop up his hot hands to heal himself, make him a little bit healthier on this push. Another one way. Oh no, it's just a clean smoke coming through. BONECOLD going to be flashing out on long, but RB's crept around that right side. He's going to be good for a double, a collateral, in fact, out of the classic. MaKo even picks up one. It's now a 1v2, a round that Vision Strikers should never have had a chance in. And suddenly, they even have a weapon to work with. MaKo running a little bit low on ammunition in the corner. They know exactly where he is. starxo just wants to bait him in, allow cNed to get that flank in play. And up on top he goes, but MaKo almost gets away with it. What an incredible round for Vision Strikers. They don't get a win, but they do so much damage. Or tread with caution on the way back in.
Yeah, for sure. And they don't really have any ground to play with Buzz. Already kicking it off with a double. RB, this round is over. They're just shutting it down completely. Not a single kill for Acend in the retake. And it's left all onto Zeek. I would say that getting an extra kill here would be great. It would earn him a run it back, but if you don't have a gun to play with while using it, it's not really that valuable.
Absolutely, yeah. And the fact that we've ended up with such a convincing round out of Vision Strikers. Oh, they know where he is and everything. Flash, but he's still stunned up. There was nothing he could do.
And you've also just got the fact that stax he's just an unbelievable breach.
Big space takers out of Vision Strikers here. They know they're up against pistols, and they are not going to allow a moment, any space at all to breathe.
He's got a shorty!
The shorty even gets a kill, cNed, the trade out afterwards. I mean, there's plenty of money for Vision Strikers, and now they've removed the weapon from cNed's hands, unless he was able to get a nasty double spray down. This round was never going to go Ascend's way. Double digits now hit for Vision Strikers.
A little bit further. The alarm bot will give them away. It just depends, actually, how far away King's actually going to be. They might be able to move him past him, but it doesn't even matter. They're just going to Rolling Thunder straight into the site, and already 2 players just stunned at the back, but they're going to be able to survive. Zeek already dropped from his ultimate. The push through from Buzz again, just going to double up with the headshots. He's been truly unstoppable, and again it comes down to a retake, but that's an important pick.
The spike gets planted though just before the frag comes through. Buzz playing up close. He doesn't want to run through that fire just yet. MaKo actually spotted them as he comes on through. Zeek is shut down quickly. A nasty crossfire for these players, using that Cosmic Divide perfectly. In comes the Blade Storm from cNed. He's trying to use the off and find absolutely any way back into this for Acend, but he will land nothing. And with time so low, he knows that it's time to save. He toyed with the idea of peeking out if maybe they would give him a kill, but there was nothing to be found. And now we are looking at 11 for the Korean side, and the economy of Acend is in the dumps.
I genuinely think that Sean is probably sat backstage just wishing he could start his own watch party just so he could break down every single...
Very scared if I was Acend. I mean, we know they've got that ace up their sleeve, right, of Lakia to potentially come in at any time and change things up, but they don't need it. And this is what... Oh my god, Buzz! Give them some space, man. This is like a last-ditch attempt at a buy from Acend, and they lose starxo immediately. He's still spraying through and coming very close to finding another target. This guy is confident, off the rails right now, and you can see exactly why.
It's 2 players in, but already Buzz has found another to stun onto the second. It's so perfect every time from Vision Strikers. Their utility in tandem with the individual skill. BONECOLD. Oh, come on! Come on, there is no way he's just 180'd in just a matter of seconds. Timing couldn't be worse. And cNed. All right, that was a nice shot, but have you got 4 more?
Oh, he's got at least 2. Let's see how many more cNed can find. Up close! What was that shot? cNed, 3 kills, but the round might be beyond salvage. He'd have to find more so damn quickly. And as that spike ticks away, he has no information, no idea where the players on the other side could possibly be. The word save might be floating around in his brain. He takes his knife out at just the wrong moment, and it's making it impossible for Acend to read them. Buzz is already on the site. I'm not even sure starxo knows what's going on, and then Buzz has shot him. They've swapped positions entirely. Blinded up and taken down, though. Here's the opportunity for Acend. They have a man advantage, and surely, Tom, surely this is not one that Vision Strikers can win out.
I think they're ready for MaKo. He hasn't managed to thread the needle quite as well as he might have thought. He's almost hoping that someone goes pushing that a little bit further to try and maybe close out this round quicker. The fact is, though, I do wonder if eventually we're going to see someone on Acend get itchy feet. Right? The fact is, they're going to go TPing to the other side, get a lot of information out of it, and for now, we just have a standoff.
Yeah, they kind of had to peek out there and see Long, knowing that they'd be spotted. Or rather, A-Long would be spotted as completely clear. It's MaKo biding his time. He has found a little bit of a gap as he comes through, but the timing is terrible. cNed shutting him down. Stax and RB stuck on long and known to be around here, at least they were. cNed's confirming they're still boxed in by pushing down, and this is a perfectly contained round, one that I really can't see Vision Strikers getting anything done in.
Yeah, unless there's an overface or two. Oh, hey, Kiles is on. His third kill of the round, and well, he's looking to try and close it out. Will, in fact, fall in the end. cNed is going to be there to put stax in the dirt. 12-7, still an incredibly long way. It seems like the clapping is at least...
Now we're looking at this attack moving in through middle, seizing a lot of space, but Acend are doing the same down there on long. What they might not expect is King to be AFK and spawn.
Yeah, he's just been chilling. Maybe walked off for a little bit, went to the bathroom, came back and found that he's got a few players pushing in his direction. The fact is, though, they've actually been pushed out by the ultimate, but now they could almost fight this flank together. I think the ult's almost played into the hands of Vision Strikers, and now there only 3 remain for Acend.
Oh, they had that plan right from the start. Gorgeous to witness. Now a smoke, or no, rather a pull, gonna go down. Buzz able to eliminate cNed. Rolling Thunder denies the defuse. And in they go. Buzz cleanly taking down one. They know exactly where Kiles is, and he will be dealt with too. Vision Strikers still, yet we're seeing the more traditional comms, your Sages, for example, coming out. Now starxo is going to be popping a wall up right away that basically blocks them from coming into the site. Not one you'll see all too often. And especially on a pistol, it can be so impactful because it's so hard to break it with pistols.
Like, no. Yeah, you want to plant it, you got to walk around it. You got to try and find another way, but for now at least, well, they are going to take that control. Screen going back up, not really anybody there to hold the cross. You can see the rotation coming in from cNed as well, just to have a little bit of a spot, but by the looks of it, this might just be a little bit of a ruse as they're slowly breaking their way through the wall, but I think they're going to go back.
Yep. Basically, at the start of this round, they commit their wall, they commit their drone. You have to get something for it. So it's in breaking the wall and moving forward that you keep those players rotated into position. Now, Vision Strikers will look towards the A site. And on the back of the site is Zeek. He has a Viper wall to support him, just now coming up. Double shock darts in, not finding any sort of damage over on the Acend side. Now, as they push through the wall, that's where the damage should be done. But Zeek falls. 10 seconds left. The plant needs to come in. And with those 2 kills for King, the plant will come in.
Yeah, it seems like his form isn't stopping, even with only seconds left on the clock. They get the plant, and now it's left all onto BONECOLD and starxo. I almost feel like this just becomes an attempt to try and farm up some... Oh, unless he finds a couple of kills like that! A nice attempt from BONECOLD, but starxo, it just needs to be a little bit cleaner if he's going to have a way back into this one, not finding any of the frags. And MaKo is there to give Vision Strikers another pistol.
They certainly did on the opening, going their way. They're up against weaker weapons, but BONECOLD, hey, I said give the man a ghost. They went straight in for the Sheriff, and it's worked out. An immediate opening duel for him, traded back, as they'll now look to seize that weapon and a little bit more control as they MaKo, excuse me, is sat there waiting.
Spike planted.
He's in a good spot. Realistically, there's not much invested into this round. I'm looking at the Marshal of cNed as a potential damage dealer, but they don't really have the positioning to get themselves back into the round as a whole. And in fact, I wonder if this might just turn into an attempt to play for some exits.
It could well be. With the weapons that they've picked up, they have a good shot of doing some damage. As Vision Strikers look to leave the site, just make sure that this is a costly one, but Zeek is now deleted, and so the back site is going to be secured. They know that spawn is clear. Buzz will sacrifice his life there, but it's worthwhile just to ensure there's nobody defusing. BONECOLD hits another shot to put them on 3 kills, and look, all things considered, cross with the way that ult is put down.
Yeah, if you try and go across the top, your feet are going to show, and you're going to get sprayed down. Now, for now, we're going to see the drop put through, but they're going to pressure on to Kiles. The timing couldn't be any worse. No one left to defend him. And now they're going to make that split through from behind. This ultimate becomes so much less valuable. BONECOLD almost has to try and get a little bit more aggressive, and he's already been shut down. There's only 2 players left, Mitch, for Acend, and this round is falling apart.
Well, cNed at least has good timing, but he's spotted out and taken down. Oh, well, he got there in good timing, but the jump up was so poor. starxo is left alone, hasn't even got his wall to play with here, so it's not like he can put the barrier orb down and take the defuse. Instead, he is pretty much going to have to go for a save. The 1 rifle remaining on that defensive side, and Vision Strikers, despite a little bit of a shaky second round, will easily walk away with the 3rd.
Yeah, and that's a huge worry. Like, you have to look at this as normally one of the bonus rounds, the round we almost guarantee over to the other side. And I think the only person close was Zeek with 6 and everybody else at about 1. So, yeah, it's been a rough one. And for cNed, it's not getting any better so far. Shut down again, it's RB to kick off the round. Of course, it's a minute investment this time for Acend. And while we know that what a difference the operator can make for cNed, and I'm hoping now that will be something that comes through in the next round.
Yeah, this is definitely not a round to really worry about at all. Vision Strikers, again, should be walking out cleanly. But the trouble man is going to be BONECOLD, based on what we've seen so far. He's taken down immediately on range, and that round ends as quickly as you like. Only a lick of damage taken for Vision Strikers as they push to 4 with a Prime Gaming flawless. Plenty of cash now in there. Certainly a lot closer than they were online. I don't think they were doing it there. That is an aggressive push out of Zeek, something we'll see from a lot of Reynas when it comes down to that A defense, but this time he runs right into King.
Yeah, and that's now the Killjoy all expended as well. Chances are it's going to be a fairly simplistic afterplant for the side of Vision Strikers, and they've got quite a bit of utility for these afterplants. The shock dart's available, of course the nano swarm's also in for Killjoy, and that's not even talking about Viper, so this becomes a very scary prospect, and again, we're going to need to see a very quick kill for Acend if they're even going to have a chance in this round.
The evolution of plan spots is being quite interesting, and we'll talk about that in a moment. For now, let's glance at the retake from Acend, because it could be over pretty quickly. Kiles taken down right away. Nano Swarm's used up just to keep them back a moment longer. cNed wants an opportunity. starxo gets done trying to use his own util, and well, this round's already done and dusted. cNed might not even be able to get out of here alive. Stax takes out the pistol at the wrong moment, but Buzz is up above. 13-0 this. I don't think EMEA should be shedding a tear, because we need more regions to step up and be the kings, or at least challenge them. And here, Buzz is yet again finding opening tools. He might not find the first one, but he trades it back and finds the back site, allowing a clean plant out of Vision Strikers yet again, this time with a Viper's Pit to play inside.
Oh, he's missed them! Oh, no! The knives have gone. It's just a classic scene. I don't know how he's still alive, I'll be honest. He's actually going to get a kill, and a shock dot found another. This is not the round that should be going the way of Acend, and it's starting to get a little bit scary. Still 2 players standing. After utility being placed, but BONECOLD's found another. It's left all onto MaKo, and how is that the round they take away? It's pistols. It's cNed dancing through the Viper's Pit. It was round 6, Sean. Just in case you might have forgotten.
EVS, can you guys clip round 6 for Sean?
Set that one up for him.
No problem at all. Wow, here we go. Immediate aggression coming out of Vision Strikers.
That was short-lived.
Have got all the control over Kitchen. I mean, cNed's going to have to go huge over here, and he's even potentially going to get spotted out by that drone.
Oh, there's so much for them to still try and get through. This faster take has made it incredibly awkward, and they now have a crossfire ready. He's going to peek to make sure his teammate is safe, and they're just not winning any of these duels at the moment. Buzz not quite connecting this time, but it doesn't even matter. A 5 versus 2, cNed not even getting a chance to shoot off a bullet, and when he finally does, he's going to try and escape, and there's already a player behind him, Mitch.
Dead as can be. King takes that one from behind, and that was one of the most beautiful icebox rounds.
I think he's been seen by King. He's always watching and waiting, and they've seen the push all the way through. They're actually going to gamble that this means that the B site's a little bit more empty than it is, Mitch. There are currently 4 players here.
Yeah, because of that push up that cNed made, they were able to rotate in, and with the weaker weapons, of course, you're going to take those risks. Double openings already found. Zeek going out for more and finding it. Buzz is out of the round, dealt with at long last. It's been a while since we've seen anyone on Acend step it up outside of BONECOLD, and now another hero is needed. Zeek, luckily, seems to be that one. 4 kills with the Guardian in hand in the game.
Yeah, we have to hope at this stage. Oh, there's going to be the dash across. Well, Zeek does at least get 1. It's not the trade he would have wanted. No chance to dismiss away, and in fact, they're going to have the res to bring MaKo back from the fray, so it really doesn't impact Vision Strikers at all. And well, on the other side of things, starxo does have his res, but he's actually walled off the teammate.
Yeah, this is going to be a little tough for Acend to manage to get a res themselves. Sure, the map control is given back to them. The problem is the Hunter's Fury on RB. As soon as they attempt that, that's probably going to be popped, and he is stuck inside a tube. I mean, there's not very many places the guy can go. So that's going to be a concern for them as we move on through this round, but it looks like they are starting to shift down towards the mid control. Killjoy ultimate going to be put into play. It's going to force him towards the spawn. Kiles pops his ulti though. It's going to take down the lockdown.
Got everything covered off. The spam through, not quite going to kill him. MaKo, he's surviving, incredibly low on HP, and they're not going to be able to take anyone out. In fact, most of the team are actually very low on the other side, so there's a good opportunity here for Acend, even though they're a man down.
Now here comes the Hunter's Fury. The shock dart landing onto Buzz, though, is a big, big blow. RB not finding anything with it, and now the defuse starts to come on through. But again, the utility comes in. We've seen nano swarms, we've seen snake bites. Now we need to see fights. And cNed is taking them, but he runs out of teammates. Trying to get up on top of yellow, make it away from these guys and get the final halfway defuse. But they land the shot through the smoke to put 7 on the board for Vision Strikers.
This is almost just pack mentality. Zeek, his aggression hasn't been too successful, but this time he's going to drop the spike. A catch from cNed in middle. He's starting to come into it. This is what this man does best. 3 kills to shut this round down. They really needed this one, and it is a Prime Gaming flawless.
He's ready to take these range duels yet again, but seems like Vision Strikers are biding their time, and there's the Blade Storm pop. 50 health left over on cNed, but luckily Zeek comes through to help out. He will be shut down. The operator of cNed cautious about re-peeking until he gets that heal on up. 1 blade from the Blade Storm would have been enough to take him down, and in fact 1 shot from the Phantom will, but Kiles is turning up. Only 1 left alive, and he's in the corner. MaKo spotted out. Kiles not going to be able to take him down, but starxo's there for the trade. 7-4. We're coming into the final round of the half, and despite an incredibly slow start from Acend,
a slightly better opportunity to try and put it into place, but I'm actually more looking at the positioning that's currently being held by MaKo as well. Like, he's quite deep into mid, and he's dead.
He is being caught. A wise move by starxo to go and check down below. Now they're looking for something else. Zeek is up above. Gonna be blinding them up as the drone doesn't spot him falling back, and it's going to buy a lot of time, actually. That Lear means he has to check every corner, so he doesn't get to sight and get the tag in. That could be huge, just in terms of delay strategy. But they're moving elsewhere, moving in towards cNed, who's on the site, taking down 1, re-aggressing back out. No dash available, but he has got the Blade Storm, and that's exactly what he's using. A 2v5, Acend looking to close it out with 5, and cNed, he gets all 4.
From Vision Strikers, but now we see what they have on defense. Now, MaKo's someone who I think has some of the best setups. We've got that same ice wall you mentioned in the last half, trying to just delay the plant as much as possible. And Zeek, he's trying to go around it.
Oh yeah, these guys are looking to just fight. Acend, you're like, oh, you want to use our tricks? No problem, but MaKo takes down 2. A quick double kill for him. That puts Vision...
What?
A wall bang out of King, and he keeps on looking for it, trying to stop that plant and doing a damn good job. But the drop down means he gets eliminated. Kiles on 50 HP will be dealt with just in time.
That's like, I want to say 7 or 8 rounds, but
absolutely.
We'll see whether or not he is back in form. Now, they're going to get themselves deep into the site, potentially 3 players just waiting within it. The reads from Vision Strikers so far have been spot on, and although they've managed to get 1 kill, is there going to be much more? cNed already tagged desperately low, and RB is not going to allow for any shenanigans. BONECOLD, of course, always good for 1.
As much of an animal as he has been with the pistols in hand, this time around, nothing will be found. We go at 9-5, as we'll get there someday. But look, Vision Strikers don't have much to play with here. It's Spectres for the most part, but they have got numbers stacked up on the site. cNed able to take the opening, Zeek healing up off of it, and Buzz will just back out, but RB still falls. This is man advantage now for Acend, weaponry advantage too, and the plant's about to come through. They need stax to go huge up behind, and he'll be caught by BONECOLD.
BONECOLD captures the shock in the flank. And MaKo, he might actually just save this. 10 HP, he's managed to get himself a second one.
I'm getting worried, Tom.
I wouldn't even blame him for going for it at this point. It would only be 1 off his ultimate, even if he just died, but an extra kill would be huge for them here. Make this bonus incredibly costly.
What he's doing right now is just waiting for them to make a mistake, though. He doesn't want to throw the weapon away, per se. Wants to see, hey, are these guys going to be over-aggressive? Are they going to give me a chance? Maybe push up behind me? And no, they're not. Now, he's fine to throw that poison orb down because he'd already deployed it earlier, so it's not even going to cost extra economy. He's not going to try to ninja this, right? Yeah, run away. Okay, that's the right call. He's bailing out of here.
Yeah, they'll keep the rifle through. 3 kills really isn't too bad in a round like this, and especially because they lost a couple of players in the last round, actually bringing a weapon through.
Alarm bot, but there's no re-aggression on the back of it. Vision Strikers fall back. They're looking to actually support this site and just play a heavy lurk inside of middle. Good opening pick by RP. How has he gotten 2 from there? That's the spike down as well. They know that this is a hit, and Zeek can't really do anything to get over, or can he get? I don't think he can get around that wall, no. He's spotted.
Not going to get anything here. Now we are going to see, I'm going to say the Viper's Pit, but it only lasts for a second. 2 kills coming through, and Zeke's the only one left. This is what Vision Strikers have been doing throughout the game. Themselves a few pistols. starxo this time picks up the Marshall to try and attempt a little bit of damage. But there's still so much weaponry, utility, and even ultimates close to coming online for Vision Strikers.
It's the right call to fall back here. You don't really want to give these pistols the opportunity for close range fights. Stax is going to be taken down. Already good damage from Acend as they close in on the site for the plant. Their numbers start to thin out. cNed pulls the Blade Storm, and now this gets a whole lot more dangerous for the side of Vision Strikers. RB, the last man alive. No information on where his opponent might be, but that's exactly what the recon dart is for. Revealing up close and showing that he's good to at least close in the distance somewhat. Shock darts, but no drone. A drone here might almost be a round win. I mean, he could pop the Hunter's Fury, but instead, he has to gamble and try to find out where Zeek is. He finds out the hard way that the operator was retrieved. 10 to...
cNed has his operator.
Yeah, but they've locked down B, using up the Viper's Pit. Stax is coming through. Does he spot starxo? No, he doesn't. Not in time. The drone forces MaKo out, and now he's been spotted. He's just going to be completely dove upon cNed. Shuts down RB's ulti. MaKo no longer has the ult behind him, but hey, he's dead before it even falls. This is a disaster of a round for Vision Strikers. They need a big clutch, and it's King coming in with a double, looking for more, and somehow avoiding death. 70 HP left. Turret goes down, and he wants the up. But 2 opponents to take down, and yeah, the Phantom might be the better choice, but it doesn't work out either way. Lockdown, things could get very scary. If you give them an opening, they will seize it, and they manage to shut down Buzz. That's the main threat of the round already dealt with.
Still pushing into a stack site though. 3 players here, cNed leading the charge. MaKo's already going to manage to pick off Zeek, so it's 1 player dropped, but they spot him out. Big round from BONECOLD, and now Stax. I don't think the res is going to be invested here, Mitch.
No, I don't imagine so. Good attempt by MaKo to use his utility to his advantage, hiding in the corner, but luckily cNed was 1 step ahead of these guys the whole way through. Nothing really to be found by Vision Strikers. They came into the round with nothing, and they go out with more or less the same. It's 10-9 when we see that full buy come out of the defensive side. Try to catch them as they cross over. They know now that this is a bathroom split. They know it's a B hit, but they still need to deal with it. Vision Strikers doing a great job, though. Stax and MaKo up close. He barely misses that shot, but Stax is doing all the damage. 3 kills, res online, and Acend starting to struggle. They've eventually dealt with that Sage, but the man advantage sits firmly in Vision Strikers' favor. The operator coming through for a peek. Buzz hoping to find a victim, but he's backing off, creating the space. The timing works out well for him, as he's now just tucked in, and they have no idea. And, well, Kiles gets shut down anyways.
Oh, it's not going to happen this time. Vision Strikers, they get the purchase, and they're straight back onto the board.
Absolutely everybody's fighting for that on the international scene. What a great opening for Buzz. Acend throwing all their economy at this round, and they don't have a res, not only because it's not online, but because that was the Sage that got taken down. That's going to remove the wall, which is a big part of the plant play for Acend when it comes through. They need something else to rely on, and it's going to be the Viper's Pit.
They'll get themselves into a decent after-plant spot, hopefully for BONECOLD this time. He's not going to be picked out within seconds. Res still available for Stax, so he could bring back RB, but I believe, well, it's going to happen right now, giving them that man advantage once again, and this is probably the worst ultimate that could be in play right now for Acend.
Good counter, though. They had the Hunter's Fury. They were ready to use it. The flank comes in a little bit late. Zeek was on low HP and dealt with. Good shot by Buzz, but he has to go inside this ulti, and that's where BONECOLD can thrive. 2 on the board. He needs 2 more, and Stax will sideswipe it to close. 12-9. Away. He could be the one to pretty much close this one out right away, but he's going to be spotted. A great dash, a great reaction, and now an opportunity for Acend to crunch in on the B side.
They've got 15 seconds, though. They have to pretty much run all the way. If the plant is denied at this stage, it could pretty much be game over. Ascend's gonna get dropped, and now it's all just on to 1 or 2 players remaining. Are they gonna be able to deny? No. Does he have time? It's not happening. The shot dart wins it for Vision Strikers. A truly unbelievable close.